So, number of different things I can talk about this week. We can talk about underachieving. We can talk about Jason Verrett's injury and the fact that he's spending yet another season on IR, and somebody may have dropped the ball and had him come back before he was ready. We can talk about the fact that Phillip Rivers had a less than satisfactory game this Sunday. But there's only one thing I want to talk about, and it's actually a bit of a story that I'd like to tell. I actually shot a couple days ago on shows like the Dan Patrick Show and The Herd with Colin Cowherd. It was mentioned, and they both went on passionate points to basically discuss, like, is this whole Chargers to LA thing a mistake and all of that. And I know, I'm sure even some of you guys watching me, because obviously that's been a constant theme of this channel, probably sick of that dialogue and just over it. But seeing the amount of Chiefs fans that were at the StubHub Center and how outnumbered Charger fans were, just I can't help but, like I said, I filmed this a couple days ago. It was with some different context. I'm just adding new context, and that is what is the exact magnitude and effect that the relocation has had. Now, before any of this, obviously want to say that there are plenty of Charger fans, good Charger fans, diehard Charger fans, like real deal fans in LA. I've met some of you guys. You guys are awesome. And by no means should it ever be, well, I'm a San Diego Charger fan, so I'm more Chargers than you. Like, no, if you're a Charger fan, you're a Charger fan. Point blank, period. All I can do is share my experiences of what I've seen. And I would just like, if you'd want to give me the next few minutes to paint a picture and paint a scene from January 1st, 2017. Now, the main thing, and I'm gonna get a little serious here, so editing Derek, just cut the music right here. I'm not trying to alienate anyone in Los Angeles who has decided to follow the Chargers, who has been following the Chargers. Like, this doesn't come down to because you live in a certain city, you can't root for this team, or you don't know what it means to be a fan. As far as I'm concerned, if you've rooted for the Chargers, if you've gotten excited for games, if you've witnessed some of the greatest moments, whether it be in person or on TV, like, being a fan doesn't mean is an exclusive club. It means this is your team, this is who you root for, this is who you roll with in good times and in bad. So by no means am I trying to say there aren't faithful LA Charger fans out there, because I know there are. And like I said, I've met a lot of you. So, if anything, it's awesome that, you get to see your team be closer to where you live. So I get that. The main purpose of this channel is not to be journalism, is not to be persuading, is not to, press upon an opinion. It's merely just to tell stories as a fan, that be personal stories with some of my personal vlogs, and in a lot of cases, because it's so much of who we are and who I am, experiences of Charger games and things like that. And I look at what I experienced in Carson, and there were loyal Charger fans there, but it didn't feel like a home game. You know what I'm saying? The Chargers left a loyal fan base, solidified fan base in San Diego. And I'm just going to leave you with this story, and I'm going to cut the video after that. During the last game, the last San Diego Charger game at Qualcomm Stadium, after the game had ended and everyone had left, and we remained some of those few people that stayed all the way to the end chanting and not wanting to leave the stadium, because we knew it's probably the last time we're going to be in that stadium. And I remember Tanya and I really wish now I would have filmed it, but I didn't, out of respect for these two, this older couple, and just not wanting to, unknowingly film them, because everyone was having their own moment after that game. And I remember with Tanya looking over to the right, there was this elderly couple, and they had waited for the stadium to clear out because they probably thought the same thing. We don't know when, this is probably it. And also just because they couldn't move around that well and probably didn't want to get trampled with the crowds of people leaving right after the game ended. And there was this little old man, and he was carrying the woman's, purse or bag or whatever it was. And the older woman was walking up one step at a time, because they sat in plaza level, which is just above field level, all the way down at the bottom. They had to walk up the stairs to go out of the stadium. And I remember this old lady going one step at a time with her little cane, because at her own pace that she could make it up, and probably having the toughest time making it out of the stadium. And I remember Tanya saying to me, "That hurts my soul." One of her catchphrases. That they came to Qualcomm to see the Chargers lose one last time in San Diego. And that just about tore me up. I mean, that couple probably has been going to games for who knows how many years. And it's people like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, owners aside who are selfish for money, you know, angry, upset fans who, you know, will go to great length to show how upset they are. You know, all that is what it is. But it's things like that, like seeing that older couple, and that's probably what they've done for years. And seeing that taken away from them. That's the reason there's a lot of upset, you know, Charger fans about the relocation, is stuff like that. So I just wanted to share that story with you. Thanks for sticking around watching this video. If you've made it to this point of the video, this probably got a lot more serious than I'd planned on it to be. But as always, let me know what you think, because I always say my favorite part about this channel is hearing your guys' comments and opinions and things on this type of stuff. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Also, hopefully this will be the last time I ever talk about the relocation and things like that. I do realize the topic might be stale, you know, and I don't ever want to seem like I'm complaining too much in these videos, because you know, it's still something I'll never get over. But I mean, I do plan on just moving forward and, you know, hopefully just more of experiencing current and future events and less of, like, you know, talking about what happened earlier this year in January. So just to kind of reassure you on that, if it gets old, if it's like, oh, this guy's complaining about the Chargers moving again, you know, I get it. I hear you. So hopefully this is it.